got some punk for you today. We've got the Poor Choices in, and I'm very stoked to hear them play. So let's get right into it. Bringing them up here, Studio 2, Poor Choices.
Tomorrow will come. Poor Choices, and we're playing tracks off our new album, self-titled, The Poor Choices. Find it on Bandcamp, find it on Spotify. Don't forget to check it out. This is Trash Bin Fever. give a shout out to Zoe, Lucia, and Elena before we move on to the next track. The song is called Bring It Back. And it rhymes and it was perfect. All right. Innocence is gone. We're heading into the Lord. Excuses not needed. We're heading to the Lord. But you bring it back to me. Bring it back to me. You can't buy this with money. Bring it back to me. The past is gone. The water is from the gold. They are mine. And now it's so uncold. But you bring it back to me. Bring it back to me. You can't buy this with money. Bring it back to me. One, two. I sleep today. No need to rush. Skip the effort and play. Magic turn. Light a candle. Never been great. Procrastinating shit up. Never say hey. I cut corners. Asshole. Take the easy way out. Know what I'm talking about. Talk out. I take the shortcut when I'm running a race. Back up and home right straight to your face. I cheated first when I'm holding the ace. Cutting corners is my kind of pace. I cut corners. Take the easy way out. Know what I'm talking about. Talk out. Yeah, yeah. I cut corners. I called out. Take the easy way out. Know what I'm talking about. Talk out. All right. In case anybody missed the first plug, we're the Poor Choices. This is tracks off our newer album, self-titled The Poor Choices. Makes it real easy for everybody to remember to go to Bandcamp and check it out and take a listen and tell your friends.
And shows.
Oh, and the shows. Yeah, we got shows coming up. Duncan Showroom, May 13th. Nanaimo, we're playing at the Nanaimo Bar on June 10th. And hometown, Victoria, at the Phoenix on August 20th. Lots of good times. All right, this is one for the road. Bounce on the tide, with his body, disappear. fuck you, I won't be undone. And I feel like I don't wanna live anymore. Take you to a place we'll drown it at the core. Turn it up so loud I bet I can't be better. Now let's go. I'll drive one through the road. Drive one through the road. All right, one more. This is Cheap Damage Control. Thank you very much.
Oh, right over here. Oh yeah, that was awesome. That was the Poor Choices, and yeah, super amazing. I had listened to your guys' album before this, and one of your songs, I believe it was Cut Corners. When I was playing it, it didn't make any sound, so I thought that there was nothing there, and that was the corner that was cut, and I thought that was hilarious. But I'm glad to hear that it is a song with sound, because it's awesome. How y'all doing?
We're pretty good. It's warm in here, but it's good to be warm.
It is warm. It's
Yeah.
very warm in there.
Yeah.
Also, we've got a little talkback microphone for the rhythm section over there, just on the stand. But yeah, I was just curious how long you guys have been a band.
About 12 years, roughly.
Wow.
In that range. Yeah, it starts to become a blur at that point, right? It's like, well, we've passed the decade mark, and so now it's like, it all
That
gets
is-
confusing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how many albums do you guys have then? You've been around for that long.
We could have done more.
Yeah, probably could have done more.
Well, it's not a competition or anything.
At least we've got 3 full-length albums.
Yep.
And we've got a few 7-inch and we're on some compilations. And
Yeah.
back in the day when Shake Records was around, we were on Shake Records and
Ooh.
had a few split 7-inches with Durban and Mascara Nights.
That's awesome. So I normally don't ask the question like, who inspires you? But since you guys have been around longer, I'm curious, where do your inspirations come from?
It's easy for me. Whole Courtney Love, hands
yeah.
down. I can answer that question any day.
Totes.
Yeah, for sure. How about you guys?
I don't know, in terms of like actually punk music and stuff, like the Distillers and Rancid and Misfits and that kind of thing, but generally eclectic taste.
Yeah, we like a lot of stuff, but we really also, we love Joan Jett.
Oh, yeah.
She's rad. And I like a lot like the Stones and David Bowie and yeah, and then some like random like Electric Six and
Yeah. I
fine.
was raised on the Beatles and the Stones, thanks to
Nice.
my dad, who's also a musician. So
and grunge. I mean, obviously there's a bit of a grunge influence here.
For sure, for
Yes.
sure. What would you guys say your least applicable influence is to this band?
country music.
Oh,
Okay, sorry, Tina.
Dolly Parton shirt.
That's that's Bobby's opinion.
Other than Dolly, but you have to. Okay, so there's a country band called Andrew Neville and the Poor Choices.
Oh.
And once we were playing a show down at Wheelies, and somebody came and like served us with some sort of tax documents for Andrew Neville and the Poor Choices, who are in Winnipeg or something. And like, I don't know if we ever sent it on to him, but I think that they might be a little dodgy.
oh my God.
Sorry, Andrew, if you're listening.
Wow. Never know, never know.
Yeah.
I think we had the name first, so
I don't know.
I feel like probably, yeah.
yeah.
One question I always like to ask everybody though is, what's one piece of knowledge that has changed your lives, be it for music or personally?
Oh my
Well,
god.
these are hard questions.
Yeah.
Always like the hard questions.
Yeah.
I guess just not caring what anybody else thinks and just doing what you want to do because you like to do it. I mean, yeah, for sure.
I think my therapist would be thrilled if that was my answer, but I don't think that it is. Oh, jeez. I don't know. Maybe the correct order in which to, like, connect the car jump cables.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
that's an important one.
That is very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Electricity is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Stop, drop, and roll. I don't know. What about you, Dana?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get a little deeper than that. I think personally, like what's been revelating is just that we live in a time now where kids are getting taught at school about, all different races, indigenous culture, non-binary, gender is fluid and infinite, and I just think that's so rad, and I'm just so happy about that. That's a personal revelation, I think.
Yeah, it's nice that schools are able to teach that more now, because yeah, if they had been this whole time, it'd be a better place. But I mean, it's good to start at least.
Well, I think we're going to have, things are going to change. I'm very hopeful because there's a whole new generations that have got this. They're growing up into them. That's just normal. So it's great. And
Totally.
it should be.
Yeah, yeah, all good answers. Everybody always has such wildly different answers, which I love so much. And there's always everybody always has one where it's like, oh, this this has changed my life. Like for me, that one usually that I think of the most or think of first is that it's okay to make mistakes. Because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, I always have the mental block of like, oh, if I make a mistake, oh, it's awful and it feels so bad. But like, it's totally okay, and it doesn't have to feel bad at all.
Yeah.
Mistakes are totally fine.
I would say that definitely applies in music because usually if you make a little mistake, you're the only one who's like, oh my God.
Exactly,
Nobody else
yeah.
noticed.
Or Bobby's husband is like, man, you really stunk it up tonight.
Yeah, he's our most honest critic. But you gotta have one. Yeah, you gotta have constructive feedback.
Yeah, they can't all be groupies.
It's better. Honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
So you guys said that you had shows coming up. Can you remind people what those shows are?
Yep. So May 13th, we're playing at the Duncan Showroom with the Daisy Stranglers and the Grinning Berets. Barretts. I'm terrible.
The grinning Barretts.
The Grinning
Yeah.
people. Yep. And then...
And it's all ages.
and that one's all ages, yeah, because it's a Duncan Showroom. There's no alcohol or anything, so all ages. And then the Nanaimo Bar in Nanaimo on June 10th. That's also with the Daisy Stranglers. I can't remember. I think the Hex is also playing with us. I think these are all kind of in the works because they're quite a ways out. And then August 20th, we are organizing a show at the Phoenix with the Daisy Stranglers, and then we have yet to determine, we're kind of working on who the other bands are going to be. We should have vinyl records by then, though, for this album. So
Yeah, and if you're a really rad female band, you should get in touch with us about that show because we want to play with other women.
yes.
Absolutely. So do you have an Instagram as a band?
Oh my God, we're so lame.
We're so old.
We have
We have a Facebook page.
Okay, well, that's something.
Yeah.
Instagram and Facebook are the metaverse. So
we have
technically the same.
MySpace.
Please. I was talking recently that I wish either MySpace or MSM or something made an app, like a messaging app. Like, how cool would that be?
Oh man,
On
that
your
would throw
phone.
it right back. If it was Nexopia, then we'd be really into that range of my memory banks.
ICQ.
Yeah.
ICQ.
Yeah. I had something in mind. What was it? I forget.
It's okay to make mistakes
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
as long as there's no dead air time.
For sure. What's some stuff that's in your music listening cycle at the moment?
Ooh. I've been really into this band called Bleached. I think they're out of California. They're really good. They're, I think, a fully female rock band. They've been really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of classic rock for sure. I just bought Metal, Pink Floyd on vinyl, so
Nice.
nothing like Echoes taking up the entire B side.
Love it.
And, yeah, it's good.
So good.
Yeah.
What have I been listening to? I've been listening to, another one of my bands, we're gonna play some covers at my sister's wedding reception. So I've been listening to I've Had the Time of My Life.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I just spilled the thing. Oh, she's listening. We're not playing that song. We're playing...
Just don't name your other band. It's fine.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Whitney Houston. You
Whitney
were
Houston.
listening,
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Nice. Oh
Michael
yeah.
Jackson.
Oh yeah. So you were mentioning that a vinyl was coming out for this album?
It sure is. We were hoping, we released this album digitally in February, but supply chain and everything going on, it just is taking time for the vinyls, but we should have them for the August show. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Releasing
Test
vinyl is the
pressings
best.
I know this will be our first full-sized 12-inch vinyl with just us on it.
No, we're so excited.
We've always done, we did CDs with the first album, CDs and cassettes. And then the other albums we did some splits, like, 7-inch vinyl, but some, another band was always on them. And then the last album we did, it was nothing but a digital release. And so this finally, doing it all ourselves too, that's been an experience. Because before we had Shake, right? Shake
Yeah.
Records, and they would do a lot of the stuff, and you know, we would go record our music, and then poof, suddenly we'd have something physical, and that was awesome. But this time we've had to do all the research ourselves. Tina's got all these Photoshop skills now, like
Oh yeah.
making all the
Shout out
getting
John
everything.
Carlo.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And shout out to John Carlo as well for taking all of our pictures, the photos that we did for the album cover, and
And supporting us for
supporting
all
us
these years.
forever. Yeah.
Nice.
John's amazing.
That's so fantastic. People, anytime a band releases on vinyl, I'm always so happy and excited because it's a piece of art. So it's nice to have like an art that you can have in your house from that band.
Yes.
Yes.
Because digital's cool, and like I've gone through the thing where it's like, I mean, digital technically sounds better, quote unquote, but the vinyl is better.
Yeah.
It's so much
100%.
better.
Yeah. I'm old enough that I do like to have a physical copy of something, and like, you know,
Yeah.
I still drive a car that has a cassette player, and I've got box of cassettes in there, and you know, if it works, I may as well use it.
Nice. I also did drive in a car that had a cassette player still, but the speedometer doesn't work, so I can't drive it anymore.
Oh,
You just have to guess. Just
Yeah.
go with what
Just
everybody
use
else
your
is
best
doing.
judgment.
Yeah, totally.
as long as someone else is going faster than you, you're good.
Exactly.
Don't take our legal advice.
That's where the police
Yeah.
would say, yeah, no, it's not okay to make this mistake.
Yeah.
Legally, this is a joke.
Yeah. There's a reason we're named the way we are.
Yeah. Oh, there was one more. I was very curious about because I always like to know how the scene is connected. So what's some cool things that your friends are doing right now?
Ooh. That's
Oh,
a
boy.
good question. I just saw some old friends of ours from high school are in a band called Scimitar that have been around for, I think, longer than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were just playing some live shows. I think they've got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to see them since before the pandemic. but-
Before time.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward because I kind of feel like, what is everyone doing? Like, I don't know, sitting at home alone?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's getting better now, but I mean, yeah, what are my friends, 14 Flamingos, we just went and saw them at Vinyl Envy with, and it was so great. And the Hex, we see them around.
Yeah.
Playing the shows, are great as always.
Yeah, we've played with the Narnars a couple times, and I know they're doing a show upcoming for a Kick Cancer's Ass thing. I cannot, off the top of my head, remember what day it is, but if you just go to their Facebook page, you'll be able to see it. It's a fundraiser. I believe it's at the Phoenix.
Nice.
So, you know, people, it's great because, yeah, like everybody's just been at home and locked down and everything for so long. So now things are just sort of starting to get rolling again.
Yeah. Also, I gotta bring another shout out to Vinyl Envy because literally every interview I've done here, Vinyl Envy has been brought up every single time, no matter the
Nice.
genre.
They're so raw. It's so rad
Yeah.
there. It's a great place to play and great place to shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Oh, speaking of, any cool vinyls that any of you have picked up recently that are awesome?
God, not recently. It's been a long time since I picked one up.
Yeah, I think I already divulged my Pink Floyd metal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank, but I'm sure if Matt were here, he'd be like, this, and this.
He's probably shouting it to the radio right now, like,
Yeah.
come on!
I'm on the spot. I can't think.
I feel that. My most recent one was Mac Miller Circles. Really love that
Ooh.
album.
Oh, nice.
Such a nice album, so soft.
Awesome.
My
Yeah.
boyfriend keeps listening to, is it the album Kids of his?
Oh
Mac
yeah,
Miller? Yeah, he keeps listening to that one.
nice.
Yeah, I keep singing it in the car. It's a good one.
It is good. Yeah. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to tell the people before we have to go?
I don't know, we're just so happy to be playing live music again.
Yeah. Is this one of your first shows recently?
Well, we did play in July last summer. That was like, I think the first show period since the pandemic started, and then
We were supposed to
we
play
were
New Year's.
we were supposed to play New Year's, but then things got a little crazy
Yeah.
again. So this is the first one this year, so that's exciting.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Thanks for having
Awesome.
us.
Well, thanks
Yes,
for being
thank you
here.
for having us.
Yeah, because the last time we played here was like, I don't know, close to a decade ago. And we just were thinking back. And one of the questions that they asked us was, if you were salad dressing, what kind of dressing would you be? And we all at the same time, without having planned it out, said ranch.
Oh my god.
And then we
that's
were thinking
awesome.
like, would we say that now? We're all like, vinaigrette.
Yeah. Vinaigrette ladies these days. Homemade vinaigrette.
That's a good question.
No more Kraft Ranch.
What? You played here 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It was like 8 or 10 years ago.
That's
been a
so
long time.
cool.
No, the memory, because the Facebook memories is great. I wouldn't remember anything if it wasn't for Facebook reminding me of events in the past. And it was 11 years ago,
Oh.
a few months ago.
What?
Yes.
Whoa.
And I was like 11 years ago. Holy
Wow.
smokes.
Yeah, in this room.
So cool.
Because I had just met my husband. That part I remember.
Oh, yeah.
That was the kind of the link. And yeah.
It's probably still the same microphones and same microphone stands as last time.
But these little twinkle lights are new and they're
Yeah.
great.
Yes, gotta have the vibe. Gotta have the vibe.
Some ambiance.
Yeah. I wanna bring another question like that, the salad dressing, but
Yeah.
I want it to be different. If you were an undersea organism, which one would each of you be?
A shark.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
It'd probably be that whale that just like swims around with its mouth open to eat everything. Krill. do they eat
Whale
krill?
shark?
Whale shark, I guess.
yeah.
Like the most lazy eating possible. That would be.
I'd be a
my scene.
lobster.
Ooh, lobster.
A rock
cool.
lobster.
Yeah,
Or a crab.
those are great.
Some kind of
Nice.
crustacean.
A crustacean.
I always love crabs. I love their energy. They're just sitting there and they're just like.
Pinchy pinchy.
Just think of the Finding Nemo crabs. Hey, hey.
Oh yeah, I always am reminded of the seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Mine.
Love them. Mine.
Mine?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. Thanks for playing, and happy 11-year anniversary of coming back to play at CFUV.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
This is
It was
so
really
much fun.
fun.
All right. Now I guess I'll turn my microphone up a little bit, and we.